is Marissa DeFranco, who I think may have been one of the first candidates to enter the race, and certainly has shown us what passion and dedication are. She's a woman who's had her own law practice on the North Shore for 14 years, where she's practiced immigration law, which is advocating for people. She just recently was won Top Woman Lawyer by Lawyers Weekly. Welcome, Marissa DeFranco.
Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. Since I only have 3 minutes, thank you to everybody here. And so I'm just going to go straight at it. I am Marissa DeFranco. And why am I in this race? I am in this race to do exactly what I've done for my entire career for the last 15 years, and that is to fight for the underdog, for the people without rights, for small businesses, to people who are fleeing persecution, who are facing torture and death in their own country simply because they are women or they are gay or other reasons for persecution. I have the proven track record of fighting the biggest player on the block, which is the federal government. And I do believe in the federal government as a Democrat, but when they're wrong, they're wrong. And I have the track record of being a David versus the Goliath with my minuscule resources as a solo practitioner and besting ICE counsel from asylum to business cases for nurses and social workers and biotech workers. So I have the broadest and the deepest experience in working inside the federal government and outside the federal government. I'm one of 6 kids, so I also do play well with others. And I have been on the liaison committees with the federal government, so I know how to work on the inside and I know how to come out tough on the outside when the fight needs to be won. Now, I am the granddaughter of Sicilian immigrants who came here off the boat with nothing, not even a first-grade education. As my dad says, a P&S degree. That's pick and shovel, manual labor. So that's what I come from. And my other grandfather was a union worker his whole life, and I stand strong for union jobs. He worked at the GE, and no Democrat backs down on union jobs because we only spend 2% on infrastructure when we used to spend 14% under the Eisenhower administration. So don't tell me that we can't create jobs in this economy that will be here and that will not be shipped overseas so that union workers and everybody else can have a good job. I am here to fight for the 90% of us that actually work for a living and earn their money, not the top 1% who are taking it all out of our pockets into their wholly owned corporations and their subsidiary, otherwise known as the Republican Party. And by the way, on health care, it's health care, not health business. My dad is a retired doctor and my mom is a retired nurse, and I am on the record in support of single payer now. We start the fight now to win the fight down the road. We don't wait for the fight, we take it to the GOP. And finally, for backbone, again, as the daughter, my dad is a Vietnam vet, and I mentioned my grandfather's work, who built his own house as a machinist from GE. My backbone is forged in fire and steel, and it does not bend when it comes to democratic values, and I am the candidate to take on Scott Brown. Thank you very much.